bandits who adopted pupils of the Salihu Tanko Islamia School in Tegina Town in Rafi, local government area of Niger State, have made contact with the management of the institution to demand ransom. The bandits contacted the headmaster of the school, Alhaji Abubakar Al-Hassan, around 4 p.m. on Monday, demanding a ransom of 110 million naira to release the kidnapped pupils. Hassan told this day on Tuesday that the bandits claimed to have 156 pupils with them. According to him, the kidnappers threatened that if they did not pay the ransom by the end of today, which is Tuesday, they would kill all the children. Hassan said the message had been passed to the state government, which said it would not pay ransom for the release of the children. This day learned that from another source that some people within the community have started raising the money which they hope to take to the bandits. Meanwhile, the state government has said that it has set the necessary machinery in motion to ensure the safe release of the school children, but completely ruled out the payment of ransom to kidnappers. A statement by the chief press secretary to Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, Governor Abubakar Sani Bello, Mary Noel Beji, quoted the state deputy governor Alhaji Ahmed Mohammed Keso as also saying government is on the pursuit of the bandits and efforts are being put in place to identify them. The number of the kidnapped school children is not fully ascertained. However, efforts by security agencies to ensure or secure their release have been intensified. He said, we don't pay ransom to adopters. We are trying to negotiate to see how we can bring them back safely to negotiate. So you mean that they'll just negotiate? With what are you going to give back in return when you negotiate? And that means they would not just release the children for you. So all their effort was just to kidnap the children, and you negotiate with them. You will not give them kobo. They will release the children just like that. Well, describing the situation as unfortunate, the deputy governor disclosed that the Islamia school has 3 components: nursery, primary, and junior secondary school, adding that the government had made contact with some of the identified parents of the kidnapped children and assured them of the safe return of their children. You see the kind of life these people are living. They call themselves leaders. Why should this kind of a thing be repeating itself in the first place? Because as it is now, even whether it is in the south or middle belt or southwest or southeast, every school should be well fortified now, because anything can happen. You don't just say, oh, it is happening there, oh, it is none of our business, oh, we are safe, whatever. That is why everybody needs to be proactive in everything, not only in the school, even in church, in everywhere you go, you need to be proactive, because these guys are just reactive. All the governors and these politicians you call leaders, they will always react to the situation on ground. But when things are happening, instead of them to be able to make sure that a lot of security are, in place for people at every event, whether in a public gathering, everybody should be at alert. But they will allow it to happen. They will not be bragging. We are not going to pay shishi. We are not going to pay kobo. We are not in that thing. The wife of the APC youth leader that was kidnapped in Oyo State, the woman has been released. She has gained her freedom after 1 week. She said, oh, yes, they paid ransom, because when it happened, people like, oh, since they were proposing that anybody who pays ransom will be jailed. And that was exactly the time they kidnapped the woman. But the woman has been freed after she spent 1 week. And she said, yes, they paid ransom, but she's not going to disclose how much that was paid. But they did pay ransom. Even El-Rufai that was saying, oh, he was not going to pay ransom, this and that, even after allowing some of the students to have died, and the ones that were later released, how many months did they spend there? At the end of the day, they are making mouths. Why is it that every school in this country, not only in the north alone, should be proactive? They should get prepared in the sense that they are going to be fortifying security of the of everywhere is intact. But no, until it will happen, they will not be telling you all cock and bull stories. 110 million naira to be paid. Hmm. Okay, it don't happen. Don't be surprised. All of this I just set up or way of becoming richer. Nothing is impossible in my mother's land. I don't even really know for now. For long, we will continue to live or be giving ransoms to perpetrators or giving them reasons to continue to perpetrate all in all this their havoc. I think we can use the ransom or to make an employment or this reason to make an employment our securities to tackle the insecurity challenges. Are you sure they can do that? Okay, how to get rich in Nigeria? Kidnap school kids. This trend is just going to get worse. It's going to get worse. That is terrorist plus Yahoo. Okay, it's going to get worse. It's a family. Somebody is even talking about a disease at home or that some people just experience, and that is what this one. With all of this is happening, you can see the northerners are not even bothered. They are not bothered. The much the kind of attention they give to IPOB and ESN or Igbo Matae, if they are putting that effort in what is happening in their region, believe you me, things would have been better than it is today. But when it comes to IPOB, they will always come out. We are talking about important thing. They said no, that is not the issue. Somebody is referring to what happened at sit at home order in Southeast. And somebody saying, just forget it, it's a family affair. Ojukwu leads the war from the front, unlike the coward Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who doesn't even lead from the back, but from the comfort of his air-conditioned room. But he gave order. He's not leading from the front, but he gave order. Everybody, both the governors, all complied. So what are you talking about? And what are we talking about? We are talking about the school children that were kidnapped in Niger State or which state, and somebody is coming to spill what he feels that is what he feels he can speak concerning IPOB issue. This person, this one's a get problem. Oh. Yes. Okay. What is this? Have you ever played a chess game or drag game before, where the king or queen plays in the front? Okay, someone say let him continue playing chess with the life of his people as they sip my tea in Houston, Texas. You can imagine this particular place, but people know, it's people are not complaining. The actualization of Biafra is what is the most important, come what may. Someone says this person grow Amajiri Kanu is more effective than Ojukwu back then, even as it's not in Africa, talk less of Nigeria. During Ojukwu, children were forced to join Biafra soldiers, but now thousands of people are applying to join, but most are being rejected. His sit-at-home order will tell you more about him, and that is it. This person is not concerned about what is happening to his people.